Boscawen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order. I've called John Boscawen. I apologise, Honourable Member, but front benches on both sides. Please, I've called John Boscawen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Research, Science and Technology. Does NIWA maintain an up-to-date schedule of adjustments of all changes made to the raw temperature data which are used in calculating the official series mean annual temperature over New Zealand from 1853 to 2008, published on the NIWA website? And if not, why not?
The Honourable Dr. Wayne Mapp.
Mr. Speaker, the mean annual temperature over New Zealand from 1853 to 2008 analysis, which is referred to by the member, does make adjustments to the raw data from the 7 stations. The reason that is necessary is that in some cases the location of the stations has changed. For instance, the Wellington site has been moved from Thorndon to Colburn, a difference in height of 125 metres. That requires an adjustment. All the information that explains the methodology to adjust the data is actually on the NIWA website, and the original methodology to do so was developed in Dr. Salinger's PhD thesis, which is also publicly available.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, John Boscawen.
Thank you to the Minister. Given that we have been through the information the Minister refers to and found no schedule of adjustments, can he point to where in this massive information it is contained? And if he cannot, can he commit to table in Parliament the simple schedule of adjustments?
The Honourable Dr. Wayne Mapp.
Mr. Speaker, the member is correct. There is a complex range of information on the NIWA website. The methodology for the site changes is published in the peer-reviewed International Journal of Climatology, which has been referred, in fact, to a number of interlocutors on this case. That particular article is Rhodes and Salinger, Adjustment of Temperature and Rainfall Measurements for Site Changes, published in the International Journal of Climatology. The huge volume of information does indicate that this is actually quite a complex area.
Point of order, the Honourable Rodney Hyde.
The Minister, with great respect, didn't answer the question. The question is a very simple one. It's not about the methodology. It's about the simple schedule of adjustments. The Minister in the the answer to the primary question said that it was on the web page amongst this mess. We have been through that. There's no schedule of adjustments. So the Minister was asked, well, can he point to the actual schedule of adjustments, not the methodology? And if he can't, could he actually table in the House the schedule of adjustments, not the methodology,
Order.
The schedule?
I hear the Honourable Member. And I'm sympathetic to the member's point of order because this is a question on notice. And the question asks specifically, does NIWA maintain an up-to-date schedule of adjustments of all changes made to the raw temperature data? Not why are changes made to raw temperature data or how are changes made to raw temperature data. The primary question asked, does NIWA maintain an up-to-date schedule of the adjustments made? Now, that information should be available, and I believe the House deserves an answer. And I invite the Minister to give the House the answer.
Mr. Speaker, as I indicated in my answer, the information is really contained in a wide range of information rather than a simple, one-page schedule as seems to be requested by the member, and that has been, in fact, previously advised to the member in this regard. As indicated, it is a complex issue. I have advised as Minister to NIWA that they provide as much information on how the adjustments were made so that they can be independently analysed.
Point of order, the Honourable Rodney Hyde.
With the greatest respect, two things. The PhD referred to isn't publicly available. We have had a great deal of difficulty getting it. It's subject to copyright and not available to the public. The second thing is, as the Speaker points out, the question isn't about a massive data. The question is there a schedule of adjustments? The Minister said that it's in this data on the webpage somewhere. We've been right through it because we got this last Christmas. We can't find it.
Order.
Is it there or not?
Order. This shouldn't be a debate by way of point of order, but I am sympathetic again to the member's point of order. This is a question on notice. NIWA has had a couple of hours at least to advise the Minister on a very simple question. Basically, is the raw data, is there a schedule of the data that has been adjusted, or is there not? The question was not about how is it adjusted, why is it adjusted. It simply asks, is a schedule of the data changes kept? Now that is it is either available or it's not. And I believe the House deserves better because this is an issue of interest to the House, and the House deserves better. Now, I'm very sympathetic to the Minister too. If the Minister's not been provided with the information, then maybe he should acknowledge that to the House. But I believe the House, on such a straight question, on notice, no government agency should be allowed to not provide, unless it's not the public interest. It may not be in the public interest, I accept that, if the Minister... But I do invite the Minister to indicate, is such information available? Has the Minister not been advised? What is the answer? Order, we'll hear the answer.
Mr. Speaker, as I indicated in my previous answer, it's not set out as a singular document in the way that's been noted here. Rather, it's on a range of material which is all available on the website. So, effectively, it's not in a schedule in the form of a one-page document, but rather a methodology, and I've indicated the sources of information for that methodology. I believe I've actually addressed the question in precisely the terms that you as Speaker have requested me to do so.
Point of order, the Honourable Rodney Hyde.
I say this carefully because I think the Minister is trifling with your ruling. Because you said the question was on notice, and the question was, is there a schedule of adjustments? The Minister has said that it's in this massive data, it's not in one place, which I guess is sort of saying no. But he's actually trifling with you, sir, because you've said, actually, it's on notice. Is there a schedule of adjustments? Yes or no?
I think I've made it very clear my concern about the way the question... Order. I think I've made it very clear my concern about where a question is on notice, that I believe, and an answer is very simple. The question does not ask about methodology. It simply asks whether or not the data has been maintained. And that's not a matter of whether it's been maintained in a single sheet or anything. It's a matter of whether the data is available. But I think I've tried to support the member's point of order as far as is reasonable today. There are more days to question the Minister on this issue if it is an issue that concerns the relevant members. But I think the House should move on today. Question of John Boscawen, supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker, is the Minister aware of revelations involving the previously prestigious Climate Research Institute of East Anglia that has been found to be deliberately breaking official information laws, arbitrarily adjusting raw data, hiding the reasons for those adjustments, and then contriving to lose the original unadjusted data so that it could not be independently checked? And does it not concern him that the same could be happening to NIWA's records, particularly when Dr. Jim Salinger previously worked there?
The Honourable Dr. Wayne Mapp.
Speaker, yes, I'm aware of the extensive controversy on these issues, and can I also make it clear that there's been no changes made at all to the raw temperature data itself. Adjustments have obviously been made because of the variations, but the original information is available on the NIWA database, and you're able to, well, not you, sir, but members are able to have their own independent analysis made of that to effectively check or verify or indeed disprove the NIWA information.
Question number 10, Phil Twyford.